Do you know the difference between data, information, knowledge, and know-how? Well, if you don't, you're in luck, because that is precisely what we're going to talk about in this presentation. Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Zeischer, and this is the 37th in a series of short videos designed to help entrepreneurs and executives with their enterprise. And with that, let us consider the first slide. This presentation is entitled Critical Issues in Entrepreneurship. And I am going to be using my own book, the one that is entitled Zeischer's Practical Handbook of Entrepreneurship and Innovation. And this is chapter 9, called Corporate Entrepreneurship. So let's have a quick overview. What is data? Data is just a bunch of facts. So for example, if we use the example of a book, we can say, well, the book has got this number of pages, it's got this many chapters. Maybe there is one author, maybe there's a series of authors, but that is data. Now, what about information? Now, information is when you start interpreting the data. And in this particular case, it answers the what question. The what is, what kind of a book is it? What is the title? What is the subject matter of the book? That would be information. Now, what about knowledge? Knowledge is when you start conceptualizing the entire issue. In short, it answers the how question. How does the book tell the story? What is it trying to do? It is one step beyond information. You are starting to gather the information into something that is valuable and usable. And then finally, know-how. Now, know-how is when you start comparing whatever it is that you're doing with other competitive offerings in the market. Know-how answers the question, why? You are trying to get something which is actionable, future achievements. So the why question in the know-how, in the example of a book, it is what is the difference between your book and everybody else's book on that subject? Why is that book needed? Why is it necessary? That is where the why question comes in know-how. So remember, you're comparing things now with the rest of the industry or the rest of the organization. And importantly, when you start taking information and putting it into knowledge and know-how, you are beginning the process of interpretation. You're beginning to get into something that is usable and valuable. Well, this is a fairly difficult slide, so let's take a look at it from the bottom left. Data is when you do data mining, you do a series of observations and you put them in. So data is a series of facts that are unorganized and unprocessed. It's just numbers or facts. Once you start going from data into information, now you are intelligently aggregating the data and starting the process of putting that data into a decision-making mode. Then from information, you go over into knowledge. In this particular case, what we're talking about is knowledge is the acquaintance and the understanding of, say, for example, science, technique, or art. You're starting to put it together. And then finally, as far as know-how is concerned, is when you are practically applying how to accomplish something, particularly when it relates to competitive technologies. Because remember that know-how is when you're comparing it with whatever happens to be out there. So let's take a look at actual examples of know-how. So this is know-how in the real world. Well, an example of that would be you're at the doctor and the doctor says, based on your medical condition, the best medication that I can prescribe for you is such and such and such. That is know-how. Another one would be, you need a pacemaker. So the doctor says, your optimal pacemaker, looking at all of the offerings that are out there, all the different manufacturers, all of the different technology, looking at everything put together in a know-how fashion, the optimal pacemaker for you, I recommend will be such and such. Okay, another example of know-how in the real world is your dream. Knowing I understand what you want, I know you, I know your spouse, I know your kids, whatever it is, and your family preferences. Therefore, your dream family vacation would be for you guys to go to such and such a place. Another one, if we're talking about restaurants, it says for you, the best restaurant, whether it's Italian, Chinese, Mexican, any one of those, the best restaurant for you in this particular case, I recommend would be such and such. And the last one, for example, the most profitable market for your technology is such and such after looking at all of the information that we have available. So I hope that this is something that you can use in your company and in your organization to move it forward. Thank you very much. Do you want to become a multi-millionaire or a multi-billionaire? Then start your own business and become an entrepreneur. Unless you have a rich uncle, I don't know of a better way of achieving your dream. So in order to help you out, I have put together a course entitled Secrets of Entrepreneurship from Soup to Nuts. And in this first page, I am showing you the first 5 lectures. And on this second page, I am showing you the next 5 lectures for a total of 10. This is a digital library. The lectures will come to you streaming at your convenience 24/7. And you can have unlimited viewing, and it's offered to you at only $49.95. In order to purchase the course, you can visit www.zeicherinstitute.com, where you can get all of the 10 college level lectures. They are actually at an MBA level, and every lecture will include the transcript of everything that is talked about, so you don't have to write anything. And if you purchase it now, you will get a free 30-minute personalized consult with your purchase via Zoom. So go right ahead and get started on your journey, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.